ahead and stop the time. evening and welcome inside Frosty Holt Fieldhouse. Andrew Rogers, glad to have you alongside here on the Eagles Sports Network and Flow Sports. Senior Day for Carson-Newman, the final home regular season match. The Eagles honored 3 seniors prior to today's match. Hayden Barton, Julia Wheeler, and Abby Hildenbrand. All 3 honored. More on their accolades and their entire careers as we go on throughout today's game. Limestone is the visiting team and will serve first here inside Holt Fieldhouse. Glad to have you alongside on this Friday night. Andrew Rogers and our entire terrific crew here on the Eagles Sports Network. Limestone will put the ball in play. It was number 8, Mia Martinez, serving it for the Saints. So, excuse me, that's 19, Tatum Riddle. Ball touched over, blocked by the Eagles. The Saints keep it alive. Riddle from the middle now. Eagles. A chance for Curran. Handled by Carson-Newman. Molly Langford. A down and an early point for the Eagles. 1-0. Carson-Newman, the Eagles coming off a victory on Tuesday. A quality victory as the point was, I believe, thought was to Carson-Newman, but still serving is Limestone. As another point, Weaver sends it over. Blake Cherry back to serve for Carson-Newman. 1-1 is the score. Only one scoreboard working here inside Holt Fieldhouse. 1-1 the score. Blake Cherry to serve for Carson-Newman. Block here. Kieran keeps it alive with a diving effort. Julia Wheeler handled by the libero for the Saints. And Cherry unable to handle that attack, and it's 2-1. The libero for Limestone's number 11, Gabby Wessels. As the Eagles surrender a point, it's 2-1. And this serve goes into the net by Wessels, and it's 2-2 as Emma Grace Cobb checks back in for Hayden Barton. The Eagles coming off a 5-set victory on Tuesday against Mars Hill. It certainly was a crucial win for Carson-Newman. They went up 2-0, and Mars Hill slowly climbed back into it. 2-2, went to the 5th set, thought maybe that Mars Hill had all the momentum, but the Eagles were able to put up a solid and terrific 5th set to win 15-11. And Limestone able to get another point here. It's 3-2. A couple of subs coming on for the Saints, who are in blue uniforms, black bottoms. The Eagles are in the dark blue uniform with the orange numeral on the front and the back of the uniform. The back of the uniform reads Eagles in orange. Limestone back to serve. It's number 9, Paige Gardella, as Wheeler fires one over and down for a point. Julia Wheeler with her first kill on Senior Day. It's the Eagles. It's their third point to tie the match back up. Final home regular season game. The Eagles are going to host a SAC quarterfinal in a couple of weeks here in Holt Fieldhouse. So the Eagles will get one more home game guaranteed as Emma Grace Cobb knocks one over the net and down for a point. And the Eagles have their first lead at 4-3. Ashley Tiernan's team hitting the 20-plus win mark, 22-4 this year with a 13-2 conference record this year. Certainly a phenomenal year as Hildenbrand and Cobb with a good block at the net, and the Eagles have the 2-point advantage here in the opening set. These two teams met back in early September, and Carson-Newman was just a few points away from taking the match in straight sets. Went up 2-0, allowed Limestone to claw back to win the third set 25-22 as the Saints are able to get a point here. It's 5-4, and then the Eagles went on and took care of business in the next set, the fourth one, to maintain an undefeated start. And the South Atlantic Conference got the Eagles at the time to 3-0, winning that one in 4. So these two teams meet again, and the Saints hoping it turns out differently this time around. The Eagles certainly would love a sweep on Senior Day as Cherry taps one up. Albaugh lifts one over. Wheeler, that was the easiest kill she'll have all night. Julia Wheeler off the bad set from the Saints. Let one of the best in the country and in the SAC knock one down for a kill. It's 6-4. Wheeler will serve it into play. And there's a nice attack for number 13, Kaylee Covey. And she's got a point in her first kill, and it's 6-5. These two teams playing relatively close here in the opening set, winding down the conference season before postseason play as Cobb touches one over. Diving effort made by number 1, Mia McMillan, to keep it alive. Barton lifts one up for Cherry, who tapped it over. Excellent effort, but it's down for an Eagle kill. Number 9, Paige Gardella, gave it everything she could to keep that ball in play. Made a nice diving effort with her right hand, but was unable to keep it up from hitting the ground. Just allowing that ball to hit the hardwood here inside Holt Fieldhouse. So 7-5, Eagles point, and they go back up 2. Almost an ace here. The Saints keep it alive and tap it over. Albaugh for Hildenbrand, right side, and there's a kill. Abby Hildenbrand with her first kill. The Eagles have 5 different players with a kill early on, and it's 8-5. Back to serve, one of the 3 super terrific seniors, Hayden Barton, reached the 1,000 career dig mark earlier this season, just last week in fact, as 2 switches here for the Saints after they gain a point. 8-6 the score. And back to serve is number 16, Melina Harris. Good serve from Harris. Eagles trying to scramble, and they're not able to handle the serve, so it's an ace. It's 8-7. Well, the first time around, when you look at the statistics from the match, really not a whole lot sticks out in terms of kills. 34 for the Eagles, 54 for the Eagles, 34 for the Saints. Obviously, that's a big number as this ball's tipped out of bounds, or not tipped out of bounds, I should say. We are tied at 8, 3 straight for Limestone. Many more assists for the Eagles and digs defensively. Emma Grace Cobb had 7 kills, but it was really Julia Wheeler that was an issue for Limestone. She had 27 kills in the match back in September. Albaugh for Cherry. Kept alive by the libero. Great hustle by McMillan. The Eagles back with possession. Albaugh, Weaver. The Eagles handle it. Albaugh throws it over. And it's a point for the Eagles. Resiliency for Carson-Newman. The hustle to keep it alive. And Albaugh tosses one over, and the Eagles regain the lead. It's 9-8. Hildenbrand back to serve. Carson-Newman 9 and Limestone 8. Left side block here. Kieran and Weaver combine for the block. 10-8. Josie Curran, on the right side there, was unable to knock one over. The Saints back with it. Curran tries again, kept alive by Barton. The Saints will give it another go left side. It was number 12, Miley Cretan. And this is a point for the Saints, 10-9. Emily Cole was a big factor last time. She had 11 kills for Limestone in that match back in September. She is not in the starting lineup. for Limestone this evening. I haven't seen her out there yet. As Cherry with the kill off the deflection. 11-9 Carson-Newman here in the first set. Looking for back-to-back wins here at Holt Fieldhouse in conference play. As Cherry sends one into the net. Service error for the Eagles. Each team's got one here early on. It's 11-10. Almost to the halfway point. These two teams have been pretty neck and neck throughout set one. Weaver throws one down, and it's 12-10. Well done from the junior Skylar Weaver, who's got 3 kills here in the first set. Serve in play. Ball blocked. The Saints are going to track it down as McMillan bumps one over. Hildenbrand for Wheeler. Soft touch over, handled by the Saints. McMillan tries again. It's blocked. And a point for Carson-Newman. Kieran and Emma Grace Cobb this time team up on the right side to give Carson-Newman a 3-point advantage. 13-10. Eagles already with 3 blocks. As Hildenbrand takes one off the shoulder, it goes over the net. Saints will try again. McMillan puts this one down. It's 13-11. Well done to stay with it. The Saints, the freshman outside hitter, Mia McMillan from Dobson, North Carolina, records her 2nd kill. And it's 13-10. Saints, or 13-11, I should say, back within 2. Running right-handed serve from Gardella, and it goes long and out of play. Eagles point 14-11. As Carly Albaugh checks in, and she'll trot back to serve with the Eagles back up 3, trying to create some separation here in the opening set. Long swing that time from 15, Josie Curran. It goes long, and the Eagles are up 4. 15-11 the score. Ball swung over. Albaugh for Wheeler. Kept alive. The Saints tipped it at the net. Bumped up. Curran. Hildenbrand handles. They'll give it to Wheeler. Handled by Wessels. Wheeler, Albaugh got a fist on it, but it's going to venture out of play. Point for Limestone, 15-12. Well done by Albaugh. Here's Julia Wheeler, handled by the Saints. They get it back over the net. Hildenbrand touches one over. Diving effort. Burton. Albaugh throws one over. Wheeler off the face of Gardella. How do you shake that one off? Julia Wheeler. Ferocious. And that needs a timeout from Limestone. 16-12, an emphatic kill from Julia Wheeler. And Limestone calls their first timeout with the Eagles up 4. We're back in 60 seconds here on the Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, 16-12. Saints with it. It's touched over. All-by diving effort. Hildenbrand can't get to it in time before running in to the front row. Hopefully she's okay. She does seem to be up here, or it does appear to be okay after the excellent hustle to try to keep that ball in play. But the Saints get the point out of the timeout, 16-13. Brandon Stewars and his team trying to regroup, but Carson-Newman gives the point back after giving one away. They get one over the net for a kill. 17-13, the Eagles with the advantage. Here in the opening set, trying to take down Limestone, get things started the right way on senior day. Barton with the serve. Powerful effort here on the near side by Kaylee Covey, but it goes wide and out of play into the Eagles bench. And it's 18-13 now. 5-point advantage, largest lead for the Eagles. And it comes with Carson-Newman just 7 points away from an opening set victory. Ball thrown over. Hildenbrand bumps it into the corner, tracked down by McMillan. Bumped up Alba. Cherry blocked. Excellent work by Weaver to keep it alive. Covey. Powerful effort. And it's 18-14. Well done. Saints continue to fight in this opening set. Despite hitting below or just above 100% at the moment, or 10% at the moment. Hildenbrand, soft touch over. Carson-Newman back up 5. These two teams have traded points since the timeout from Limestone. Eagles closing in on an opening set victory. Hildenbrand with her second kill. 3 different Eagles have 3 kills. Weaver, Wheeler, and Cherry each with 3 in this opening set. Skylar Weaver is 3 for 3. Hildenbrand will set up Cherry, left side, bumped up and handled by Wessels. This ball tipped and handled and not handled as it goes long to the back line and out of play. That's a point for Limestone, 19-15. Back to serve goes Tatum Riddle, a freshman from Franklin, Tennessee. Just got it over the net. Cherry diving dig to keep it alive. The Eagles live to fight another touch. McMillan. Now Wheeler for Carson-Newman. Diving effort from Mia McMillan. Spectacular. Barton. Hildenbrand for Kieran. This one goes long. Behind Hildenbrand and down for a point. 19-16. The Saints slowly but surely staying alive in this opening set. Block and a point. 19-17. The Saints with back-to-back to come within 2. Cherry. Hildenbrand. Kieran sent it over. It got tipped and the Saints with it. From the middle. Tatum Riddle's 3rd kill. She leads the team in this opening set. It's 19-18. So the Saints not going away just yet. Riddle will fly one over. It's down for a point. And we are tied. A service ace knots things up at 19. We're back in 60 seconds to wrap up this first set. Ball sent over, Wheeler handles. Cherry, kill. Blake Cherry regains the lead for Carson-Newman. Cherry serves it. Down. And a point. The Saints tie it right back up. These two teams continue to battle. It's 20-all here in the opening set. Can't ask for anything better than a competitive first set between two teams looking for a victory in South Atlantic Conference play down the stretch of the season. Kieran, nice effort by Riddle on the back line to keep it alive. Cherry keeps it alive with her left paw. Wheeler throws one over. Covey blocked. It was going to go out of bounds. Saints keep it alive. Wheeler out of bounds. Point for Limestone. I think Julia thought maybe it was tipped. It was not. And the Saints have the lead. First lead for Limestone since early on in the set. Cherry for Hildenbrand. Now Wheeler, point. She tries again, and the second time she cashes in. 21-all. Julia Wheeler continues to be an issue for Limestone. That's her fourth kill. Her and Cherry with 4 apiece. And it's 21-all in this opening set. McKenna Hall into the match to serve. Ball over the head of Cherry, and the Saints back up 1. Gotta think this would be a massive confidence booster for the Saints if they're able to get a set 1 victory on the road against a prolific Carson-Newman team. It's Gardella to serve. Cherry bumps one up. Now Kieran down, and a point. We're tied again. Barton. Alba with a miss set that time. Not certain what happened there, but Alba unable to lift one up, and it is a 1-point Saints lead. They're 2 points away from a victory in the first set. McMillan. Alba for Cobb, and the Eagles tie it back up. Julia Wheeler back to serve, with the Eagles needing 2 points to take the opening set. Effort. How about that for Barton? Hildenbrand kept alive. Well done by Gardella. This one goes long, and the Eagles have the lead. Timeout Saints. It's 24-23. The Eagles need 1 point for the set. Find out if they can get that point. We return here on the Eagles Sports Network. right, Julia Wheeler to serve to try to give the Eagles the opening set. Oh, Limestone late to get that one over. Hildenbrand, Albaugh, Cobb touches it over. Not an excellent sequence from either team there. Hildenbrand tosses one up. Barton for Cherry, it's tipped. Limestone handles it for now. Left side, Barton handles. Hildenbrand, Cherry, Eagle point. Eagles set 25-23. Carson-Newman prevails in the opening set. We're on to set 2 after this on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers back here on the Eagles Sports Network. 25-23. Carson-Newman gets it done. In the opening set, the two teams went back and forth. It was tied all the way till it was 23-23. And then a Limestone attack error, followed up by a Blake Cherry kill, which was her 5th of the set. Gave Carson-Newman the opening set. The Eagles have been very good after winning the first set of a match this season. Trying to continue that here this evening. Hildenbrand puts the second set in play with a solid serve as Julie Wheeler bumps one up. Kieran outside of the line. A point for Limestone to begin the second set. Glad to have you alongside on this Friday evening. Last Friday in the month of October. McMillan left side. Barton, phenomenal dig. Hildenbrand bumps one up for Wheeler. Just knocks one over with the right hand. McMillan tries again. It was blocked, and Limestone couldn't handle a block. 1-1. Hildenbrand. Barton will set up Kieran, who's blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Point for Carson-Newman, 2-1. Eagles rattle off 3 in a row after giving the first point of the set to Limestone. 3-1 the score here in the opening set. Or in the second set, the Eagles taking the opening set 25-23. This attack goes long and out of play. 4-1. Timeout Limestone. An early timeout. The Eagles off to an excellent start in the second set. It's 4-1. We're back in 60 seconds.
I know, but you know how it goes. He said he got past me, and I said, his team's not playing good. It's my fault.
See how Limestone responds out of the timeout. Eagles still serving with the advantage as Cherry with the dig. Wheeler pummels it down. Off the deflection, it's 5-1. The early timeout just gives you the feeling that Carson-Newman really is trying to take off and run after that quality start. And then allowing Limestone to get back into it there in set 2 before it was tied late as Wheeler touches one over and has her 6th kill. 6 in a row for Carson-Newman. Back-to-back kills for Julia Wheeler off Abby Hildenbrand assists. And the Eagles are in control in this second set. Well done. That ends a run for Carson-Newman of 6 straight as Josie Curran picks up her 4th kill. And it's 6-2, a much-needed point for the Saints. Now it's a matter of can they settle back into this and keep this second set competitive. Don't want to go down early to a prolific Carson-Newman offense that's got plenty of options to go to. As Wheeler with the dig, Hildenbrand gives Kieran a try. It was tipped, and it's down for a point. 6-2, now 7-2 as McKenna Hall in for Skylar Weaver, as Emma Grace Cobb also checks in for Carson-Newman. 7 different Eagles with a kill so far in the match, with Julia Wheeler and Blake Cherry with 11 of the team's 21 kills early on. McMillan sends this one long, out of play. Well done by McKenna Hall along that left side as she watched that ball sail right over her left shoulder and watched it go out of play. It is 8-2. That's certainly an underrated skill in volleyball, the ability to kind of know when to play an attack as Hall's going to fly this one long. 8-3. It's the ability to know when to play a ball. You know, you got to be familiar, obviously, with where you're at on the court, but also be able to judge. As Wheeler and Hildenbrand unable to team up to send this one back over. It's 8-4 back-to-back points for the Saints. But you got to be able to figure out exactly where that ball is going to come over at. Yes, your instincts to play every ball, but sometimes it plays in your favor to be able to judge certain ones and know when to play a shot and when not to. As Wheeler touches one over, McMillan diving effort. Blocked from Cobb and Wheeler. And Limestone able to get it back over. Kieran, Hildenbrand, Julia Wheeler. Kept alive by Gardella. This ball tipped. Cherry, nice effort to set up Wheeler. Kept alive, a nice effort from the back line by Gabby Wessels. But it goes into the net, and it's 9-4. As Carly Albaugh checks in for Taylor Kieran. Carly Albaugh with a serve, and it goes long. The Eagles have 2 service errors here in this opening set. 3 for the game. So they've given 2 of the 3 points that Limestone has, or 2 of the 5 points, I should say, that Limestone has in this set. They give it away. Cobb. Emma Grace Cobb. Her ability not only at the net with her blocks, but that time with her powerful strike. Records her 3rd kill of the match, and the Eagles have doubled up the Saints. It's 10-5. Julia Wheeler with the serve, nearly an ace. This ball sails long. It was not tipped, and it's 11-5. We mentioned we were going to talk about the super seniors. That is Hayden Barton, Abby Hildenbrand, and Julia Wheeler. Certainly, they're players as this ball sails long off the hand of Miley Cretan, and it's 12-5. But these seniors certainly have meant a lot to Ashley Tiernan's team. 14 career individual awards, and certainly have been a huge part of the program, winning 20 matches again this season. It's the 12th time in school history the Eagles have won 20-plus matches. And so certainly they have been crucial to the success of this program. Obviously, with Wheeler being one of the top attackers in the league, Hildenbrand being one of the top setters with all her assists. Barton reaching the 1,000 career dig mark earlier this season, just a week ago. They have all made a huge mark on this Eagles program, and something that allows Coach Ashley Tiernan to build off of in years to come to try to get players to eventually achieve their mark. As the service ace, speaking of one of those super seniors, comes from Hayden Barton, who will serve again with the Eagles up by 8 points. Ball whacked over, and a point from number 14, Rathana Allen, the middle senior blocker. Brings the Saints back within 7. Limestone into town, coming off a 4-set win over UVA Wise last Saturday. As the Saints get another point here, it's 14-8. The Saints snapped a 3-game losing streak with the win over UVA Wise. In fact, they had lost 2 of those 3 games in the losing streak in 5 sets. So a competitive team that maybe if things go their way in that 5th set, or maybe they take care of business in the 3rd and 4th ones, that certainly this is a team that could maybe be a 10 or 11 team by now. But it doesn't work out that way, and the Saints just sit 1 game above 500. Wessels sets one up, but it goes wide and out of play. The Eagles back with a point. It's 15-8. The Saints are a rare team that struggles at home. They're 2-5 this year, but they have excelled on the road. 5-3 and 2-0 in neutral matches. So 7-3 when not playing at home this year. It showed a little bit in that opening set. That was a very competitive opening set, and this one is as well. But the Eagles have a little bit of separation here at this point with a 15-9 lead. But you got to give credit to this team, you know, and you wonder what it is about playing on the road compared to playing at home. Usually you have home court advantage. Teams play better in front of their home crowd with the energy. Here's a service ace for the Saints from number 19, Tatum Riddle. Freshman. This is a team with plenty of freshmen on the roster. We've seen McMillan, we've seen Riddle both make big impacts in this opening set, in these opening two sets. But you just wonder what it is about playing on the road that brings the best out of the Saints. Trying to continue their strong ways on the road here today as Kieran flies one long, and the Saints are within 4. It's 15-11. Cherry with the dig. They'll set up Cherry now. Diving effort. Wessels keeps it alive. Wheeler with the dig. Hildenbrand, Weaver, point. That ball deflected and hit the face of Riddle. She'll have to shake that one off her. And Melina Harris kind of laughing that one off. Didn't obviously mean for that to happen. Riddle seems to be okay as it's 16-11. Weaver's got her 4th kill. There's a setup for McMillan. Hildenbrand right there for the dig. Julia Wheeler flies one long. 16-12, Saints within striking distance. In this second set, they were very close to stealing the first set from Carson-Newman, but the Eagles rattled off the final 2 points to win the opening set 25-23. Weaver, Hildenbrand, Kieran blocked. Eagles keep it alive. Julia Wheeler. Handled by Riddle along the back line. This ball's blocked by Weaver. And a point for Carson-Newman. Skylar Weaver at the net once again, making an impact for the Eagles. Eagles' block has been phenomenal in this match. They've got 5 already. McKenna Hall will serve from the left-hand side. The Eagles up 5. Ball tipped. Hildenbrand diving effort. Oh, McKenna Hall and Emma Grace Cobb both said they had it, and then they both ran into each other and stopped on a dime, and neither was able to get a hand on the ball. And that's the thing with communication that these players talk about all the time, and the coaching staff raves about how this team communicates so well. They maybe over-communicated that time, or at least didn't hear each other communicating. Did Cobb and Hall as this ball goes into the net off the serve from Gardella. But you could kind of read their lips that time, and they both were saying, I got it. And they both obviously are certainly impactful players wanting to make a play. And unfortunately for the Eagles, did not give them a point that time. Still up 5, 18-13. Good block by Wheeler here, but it ventured out of play. And the Saints back within 4, 18-14. Neither team has burned a timeout since that early timeout from Limestone after the Eagles had scored for the first 5 points. This ball blocked. And it's 19-14. Another Eagles points, 6-point advantage, 2014. Make it 3 in a row for Carson-Newman, and they have pulled away. It's a 7-point game, and Limestone needs time. 21-14 in the second set. We're back in 60 seconds with the Eagles up 21-14 in the second set. How does Limestone respond out of the timeout? Needing a good run here to stay alive in the second set. Excellent hustle here, but the ball's going to venture out of play. And the Eagles are up 8. Chance on the right side. Eagles, Cherry and Cobb had the block initially, but it ventured back on their own side, and so it is 22-15, and the Saints will serve. Eagles get the point. They're up by 8, 2 points away from the second set. Albaugh for Weaver, who knocked it into the net. Maybe a bad set from Albaugh that time that affected Weaver's ability to get that one over. And the Saints within 7. It's 23-16. Hildenbrand. Saints with a chance, left side. Critton is blocked by Hildenbrand. Ball whacked over, out of bounds. Long went Josie Curran's attack, and the Eagles have set point. Ball whacked over and down for a point. The Saints stay alive to battle for another point in set 2. (25-24-17) the score. Eagles trying to go up 2-0. Blake Cherry, Hildenbrand will set up Cherry left side. It was tipped. The Saints keep it alive. Curran from the right side taps one over. Weaver with the dig. Barton will lift one over. Kept alive by Riddle. Curran tries again. It was blocked out of bounds, and it's 24-18. Eagles trying to close the door on set 2. Riddle will serve it for the Saints, trailing by 6 and needing a run here in the second set. Hildenbrand for Kieran. Point for the Eagles. Set for the Eagles. It's 2-0 as Carson-Newman takes the second set, 25-18. Set 3 on the way as the Eagles go for a sweep on Senior Day inside Holt Fieldhouse. That's next year on the Eagles Sports Network.
not a 12 on the court, then we'll figure it out before the game starts. Yeah, they go slow, so we're good. You got it? No good?
Well, just like the second set, Limestone grabs the first point of the third set. The block here, Saints with it, McMillan left side. Kieran, point, Carson-Newman. It's 1-1. Limestone scored the first point in the second set, and then Carson-Newman rattled off 6 straight. What's going to happen this time? Saints bump one over. Barton, Hildenbrand, Wheeler. Kept alive, well done. Cherry can't track it down. The Saints do not allow the Eagles to rattle off consecutive points to begin this set. They take the lead back at 2-1. Better response for the Saints. Open up this third set, a decisive third set for the Limestone Saints. Trying to get to a 10-win season as Skylar Weaver annihilates a ball down for a point. We're tied at 2. 2-2 the score. Eagles playing their final home regular season game here inside Holt Fieldhouse. Honored 3 seniors who basically never leave the floor. Hayden Barton, Abby Hildenbrand, and Julia Wheeler. Certainly all are impactful players. As a service error allows the Saints to go back up 3-2. This ball ventures out of play, and we are tied back at 3. These two teams have traded points to open up this third set after the Carson-Newman Eagles took the first 2. The first one was very close. With the Eagles just barely surviving, winning the last 2 points to take that opening set, as this is a nice attack and a point for Limestone to go back up 4-3. McMillan will serve after Wilcox and Nays kill. All ball for Hildenbrand. Point. Miscommunication that time. I think the libero, Gabby Wessels, was going to play it, but number 12, Mally Critton, tapped it up trying to keep it alive. Didn't realize there was a player behind her. Critton will fire one from the left side, handled by Barton. Albaugh for Wheeler from the middle. Wessels sets one up, near side attack, blocked by Emma Grace Cobb and Blake Cherry. And it's 5-4. The Eagles have their first lead of the third set, 5-4. Wheeler fires one over there. Block again. And another point for the Eagles. 6-4 back-to-back blocks from Emma Grace Cobb and Blake Cherry. 7 blocks as a team for Carson-Newman. And they've scored 3 straight. Make it another nearly. Hildenbrand and Cobb blocked it. The Saints keep it alive. Albaugh, Hildenbrand for Cherry. It's blocked. Barton was there to keep it alive. And now Barton bumps one over. Ball fired over. Wheeler keeps it alive. This ball barely gets over the net. The Saints handle it. Another try for Nene. Cherry, it's tipped, and they will handle. She'll fire another one over. Diving effort from Barton. Cherry for Emma Grace Cobb. The Eagles and the Saints battling for this point. And this ball falls down in the Eagles half for a Saints point. Off the block attempt, it's 6-5. That ends a 3-0 scoring run for Carson-Newman. Service error, it's 7-5. Well, service errors are certainly that no team wants to ever have, but when you're down 2-0, those seem to be points you just don't want to give away. And this ball goes down for a point. It's 7-6. Nice attack that time from Wilcox Nene. Or Nanai, excuse me. And it's 7-6. Saints have 5 service errors. The Eagles have 4. Eagles hitting 27% right now to the Limestone Saints hitting 13. As Hildenbrand tries to increase that percentage. The Saints handle it in a bad set that time by number 14, Rothana Allen. And it's 8-6. Or Rotan Allen. Pardon me, 8-6, and Hildenbrand will serve. Eagles going for the sweep here inside Holt Fieldhouse. Already up 2-0. McMillan from the middle, kept alive by Wheeler. Hildenbrand with a great hustle. Barton unable to keep it alive off the long retreat. Gotta love the hustle from the 2 seniors, and it's 8-7. Wheeler, Hildenbrand, Kieran, handled by the Saints. Hildenbrand for Cherry, point, Carson-Newman, 9-7. Blake Cherry's got 7 kills. Eagles have 4 players with 6 kills or more. A balanced attack on senior day. Wheeler 8, Cherry 7, Hildenbrand and Kieran 6, Skylar Weaver 4. McMillan blocked. Weaver and Kieran combined for another block. It's 10-7. 8 blocks for Carson-Newman as Cherry serves with the Eagles up 3. Nice attack down the left side by Mia McMillan for her 5th kill, and it's 10-8. 10-8 score. The libero, Wessels, the redshirt senior, will serve it. Hildenbrand will set up Kieran. Handled by Wessels. Well done by the libero. Ball tapped over. Cherry with the diving effort. Wheeler smacks one down. Her 9th kill, and it's 11-8. The Eagles are up 3. McMillan flies one long. It's 12-8. of the better games. You think about the Eagles' block in recent games. They had 13.5 against Mars Hill on Tuesday, only 5 in their previous win against Georgia College. And that sack Peach Belt crossover only had 16 in the 3 games, as this is a bad set to make it 13-8. But 13.5 last time out was the most. So this team's block has improved a lot. And as the Eagles have gone on a scoring run of 3 straight, that forces a Limestone timeout. We're back in 60 seconds with the Eagles up 5 in set 3. Back on the Eagles Sports Network, Andrew Rogers, glad to have you alongside for Friday Night Volleyball inside Holt Fieldhouse. Nice block again. This one's going to venture out of play, though, as Wheeler and Cobb tried to combine for it. And it's 13-9. Our entire crew with you on this Friday night. Ian Johnson running our replay. Annie Razorek, our director and producer, cameraman this evening, Matthew Corley, Gary LaPrairie, and Jay West. Glad to have you alongside, as this is a service ace for the Saints, and they've scored 2 straight out of the timeout. Another service ace for number 9, Paige Gardella, and it's a 2-point match. Off Taylor Kieran's kill. And that Gardella run of aces. She had back-to-back. Ball tapped over, Wheeler with the dig. Hildenbrand from the right side. Flutters one down and a kill for Abby Hildenbrand. 15-11 the score. Albaugh knocks one over, ball tipped. Albaugh tracks it down. Hildenbrand bumps one over. Excellent work by the Eagles. Near side, block, Cobb and Wheeler. Once again, another block from Carson-Newman. It's 16-11. The Eagles up to 9 blocks in the match, with Emma Grace Cobb leading the way with 5. Wheeler near side. Diving effort there by Gardella. Gets it back, blocked, but out of bounds. 16-12. Limestone is just above 10% for a hitting percentage. Eagle point, 17-12. Emma Grace Cobb with her 4th kill. 6 different Eagles have 4 or more kills. Nice effort that time by number 13. Kaylee Covey, the freshman outside hitter, puts one down, and it's 17-13. It's a Limestone team that's trying to fill the void left by Mia Martinez. She posted over 3 kills per set, but has only played in 5 matches this season. And so they have tried to find someone to replace her, and certainly it's going to be a committee that they're going to have to do it. Why? Wilcox, Renee has 9 kills, Curran with 8, McMillan with 5. But Martinez's presence certainly missed on this Saints roster. It's got a lot of depth, but when you lose one of your top players, it's going to be tough to overcome, especially with a young team that this squad is. A lot of freshmen that see playing time. As this point goes to the Saints, it's 18-14. Eagles hitting above 300 at 306 using the balanced attack. Cherry. Saints keep it alive. Nice effort, Barton. Cherry keeps it alive with a nice bump for Hildenbrand, who two-hand touches one over. Albaugh. Cherry smacks another one over. Saints handle it. Curran. And a point for Carson-Newman. They're going to say Josie Curran reached over when that ball was not going to end up in her side. And it's a 5-point advantage for Carson-Newman. Too aggressive that time. Well, it's Josie Curran, and the Eagles up 5. And nice effort. Excellent work by the Saints to survive that serve as Kieran smacks one down in the middle of the attack. And the Eagles are rolling up 6 and 5 points away from a sweep on senior day. Block, Weaver and Cherry. It's 21-14. There's a point for the Saints. And the Eagles get the point back, 22-15. 3 points away is Carson-Newman from another sweep. Excellent effort here. Kieran. Block from Kieran and Weaver. Hildenbrand bumps one up. Wheeler. Diving effort, but that's not going to do it for Julia Wheeler's attacking effort. And it is 23-15. Near the Saints coach, Brandon Skewers, saying, well, hey, it just takes one at a time. Let's pile together some points. Wheeler, powerful effort. Wessels keeps it alive. Hildenbrand, Barton, Taylor Kieran. Kieran's been solid from the right side. Taylor Kieran again. She's got 10 kills. She's the second Eagle with multiple kills, and it's set point for Carson-Newman. 24-15. Eagles going for another sweep, and a service ace from Blake Cherry will do it. Carson-Newman sweeps Limestone on Senior Day, 25-23, 25-18, 25-16. Carson-Newman gets it done on Senior Day. A balanced effort from head coach Ashley Tiernan's team is the difference in a sweep of the Saints. Final score, 3 for Carson-Newman, 0 for Limestone. The Eagles improved to 23-4 and 14-2 in South Atlantic Conference play. For our outstanding crew here on the Eagles Sports Network, we thank you for joining us this evening on Flow Sports. We'll talk to you tomorrow. A SAC conference quarterfinal match in soccer, 2 of them 5 and 7:30. The men's and women's teams here for the Eagles are at home to get set for the postseason. Join us tomorrow evening on the Eagles Sports Network.